Welcome to the T-Pac Arcade. Today's game is The Lost Sunheart for the NEC PC Engine. In this 1992 shoot-'em-up from Manjudo and IMAX, you have to retrieve all 5 pieces of the Sunheart, which is a big glowing machine, I guess? I don't really know. To be honest, I don't understand anything that's going on here. Most of the text is in Japanese, and based on the cutscene graphics, I think I'd be just as confused even if I could read any of it. See, if you ever wondered what it would be like to play a fever dream, The Lost Sunheart is just the game for you. There's a slew of levels and boss fights and cutscenes and transitions that all blend into each other with no rhyme or reason, and you find yourself doing everything from bombing city skylines with frog-faced blimps who look like they're about to angry cry, to dodging wiggly laser turrets in ancient temples, to weaving through organic towers wearing lipstick, to blasting rotating coconut heads burrowing into the ocean floor, to keeping a safe distance from demonic snowmen spewing from ice mountain fissures, to facing a barrage of eyeballs in a magma cavern. Actually, there are eyeballs everywhere. They're on everything, over everything, under everything, in everything. Basically, whatever preposition you can think of, just add eyeballs as its object, and the Lost Sunheart is here to make it a reality. Especially in the boss fights, where you find yourself staring down the most unsettling monstrosities to ever grace the PC Engine. The haloed Cyclops god who's resting on a cloud but looks like he hasn't slept for weeks. The dragon millipede who hides in the corner of the screen and could really use a hairbrush. The missile-snotting nose waving around on a chain of, you guessed it, eyeballs. The angry naked guy whose abdomen separates into a chain of, you guessed it, eyeballs. The toothy lizard spewing bullets while circling around a giant eyeball. A big green face revolving in a tube driven by eyeballs. The final boss, who's an eyeball but also a fruit, I think. And of course, this thing, which I really don't want to talk about. Luckily, you've got plenty of firepower to obliterate such horrors from this fever dream of a video game. As you play, you get cannon upgrades for a spread shot and various other types of blasters, like a firebomber whose towering infernos made me think I was getting attacked even though I was the one doing the attacking, and the blue pulse orbs, which are my favorite just because they look cool. You can also switch between different auxiliary weapons. There's an orb barrier that takes out enemies who get a little too friendly, an electric laser whose sound effects make it sound like the game is about to crash, a shield that can stop bullets but tends to blink on and off too frequently to actually, shield you, a fireball that I don't even have gameplay footage of because it's completely useless, and the only auxiliary weapon that actually matters, the homing drones. I would say homing missiles, but they appear to be alive and hungry, so yeah. Once again, I have no idea what's going on here, but I'm content to just roll with it. Even when a random floating face with gross fleshy appendages steals my Sunheart pieces in the middle of the game. Or when I enter a square portal in eerie silence to be spirited away to another dimension. Or I'm swallowed by a whale, whose forehead extends upward into infinity and is covered with, you guessed it, eyeballs. Needless to say, the graphics in this game are wild, and even though 95% of them give me the creeps, I appreciate how inventive it all is. And of the graphical 5% that isn't genuinely unsettling, I like how you swap ships at various points in the game. They're not functionally any different from one another, but everyone likes a new outfit sometimes. I'm a fan of the sound effects here, but I can't say they're all a great match to what they signal. The boss damage chime is satisfying, but awkwardly, boingy. And the ping when you shoot down enemy projectiles sounds more like the kind of noise for taking damage yourself. The music is also good but weird. Some tracks sound like moving, atmospheric masterpieces like this one. Whereas the cutscene music sounds like the theme for a goofy, incompetent cartoon villain. The Lost Sunheart isn't the most difficult shoot-'em-up out there, but it was hard enough that I needed to cheat with save states at every boss fight and cutscene, and use a TurboFire controller. I never could have managed to beat it with just the limited continues it offers. But it's still a game worth beating, no matter what crutches are required, because my favorite part was just waiting to see what sort of eyeball-coated insanity it was going to throw at me next. If I could change one thing here, though, I'd make the levels more clearly defined. As is, transitions seem to happen randomly, and I never knew when to expect a health reset or a cutscene or a new ship or anything. Overall, I went into The Last Sunheart expecting a fever dream of a game, but even still, it surprised me with just how wacky and playfully unsettling it is. You could even say there were times I encountered such goofy monstrosities that I couldn't believe my eyeballs. Sorry.